what is the magical secret bullet to help your business to get more money pouring in and to grow your business easily? Well, spoiler alert, no matter what the gurus say, there are no silver bullets when it comes to your business growth. And today I'm going to be walking you through each one of these and how you can tap into them in your business. The reality is building a business is hard work. And if you are a business owner, that's a good thing because that means very, very high barrier to entry for your competitors to come into. If I could just sit here and tell you what the silver bullet was to make all of your problems go away and make you millions of dollars really, really easy, well, then that would be annoying because everybody else would be doing it in your industry and across all of commerce. So if you live in reality like myself, then here are the 3 ways to grow your business and how you can unleash them to help you to grow. By the way, these 3 levers come from somebody that I really admire and really inspires us on our own business journey, Jay Abrham. So if you want to research these deeper, I highly encourage you to go and listen, read, and ingest anything that Jay Abraham has out there. So number 1 of the 3 growth levers is getting more customers. And this makes sense, right? We want to be attracting more leads and more customers in. But how do we do that? Well, this is with our acquisition funnel, our lead gen funnel, our sales funnel. And no, a funnel's not optional. You have one by default. It's just every touch point somebody has with your business, right? So the first way to get more customers is to increase the conversion rate on your core offer or to generate more leads on the phone with you. And this is the attract part of your funnel that I have up on the screen now. So this is really thinking about the buyer's journey, the acquisition, where and how do we turn traffic into dream leads and how do we guide them through the buyer's journey. Additionally, this is also your sales journey, which is your activation. So how do we turn those leads into paying customers and what is our sales choreography? So let's focus first on your lead machine, right? And this is a very basic lead machine. So if you want to be generating more leads, more sales, turning more traffic into customers, you need to have a purposeful journey that you control and optimize. You can't leave your revenue up to chance. So number 1 is how do you get more customers, right? This is the first thing you need to figure out. And most people get overexcited by this and they're constantly obsessed with how to get more customers instead of how to make more with what they've already got, which we're going to go into in number 2 and number 3. But right now it's how do we get more of these leads and customers? So you want to be thinking about the traffic channels. Most people with a traffic strategy, they're going an inch deep and a mile wide. They're trying a million things all at once and they're not focusing on clearing the room, getting one channel working, and then testing out other channels. So where I typically recommend somebody to start is with your in-market leads. So these are people that are actively looking for you. And this is a very small segment of the market, right? Because people go through this buyer's journey. So nobody wakes up one day and wants what you have. They go through a set of revelations, epiphanies, questions and answers, and a research phase to actually come up with that they want what you sell. But they go through this buyer's journey, whether you're going to hold their hand and help them through it or not. And each of these traffic channels match to a different temperature of the buyer's journey. As an example, if somebody is problem unaware, they don't even know they have a problem yet, then if somebody is problem aware, I know that says unaware, but if someone is problem aware, they sense there is a problem, but don't know there is a solution, right? And how you talk to that person is going to be very different to how you talk to somebody who's most aware. Decision time. They need to see the right deal. You put an offer in front of them, whereas these people, you're nurturing them. So what you want to figure out when you want to get more customers is how can you start going after these in-market leads, your email list, Google Ads. These are typically in-market leads. Clear the room, get one working, scale it, build the system to make it work, and then start adding more channels and giving them time to actually work. So you've got your traffic channels, and the goal here, remembering, is to get more customers. That's the number 1 way. That's one of the ways we're going to grow your business. Then what we want to consider is what is going to happen post-click. So you've got the ad or you've got the channel working, woohoo, but what happens after they click onto your landing page, your website, your funnel, whatever it is. And that's where you want to remember a funnel is just all of the touch points somebody's going to have with your brand. So here, what we could be sending them to is a lead magnet or a landing page with an offer, your calendar booking. Each one of these are touch points to help you to nurture to get more customers. So really, how do you get more customers? One, you've got to figure out where to find them. So yes, you can do ads, but most businesses are really brainwashed to believe more ads is the only way to scale. But you could also be doing strategic partnerships, getting an actual referral or word of mouth machine down pat. Think about where are your target market hanging out, but your competitors are too lazy to go there. With strategic partnerships even, somebody's already spent the time, money, energy to capture the attention of the people you want to buy to. So think about who has your customers before and after you, and how can you create a really symbiotic relationship. Okay, the second lever or the second way to grow your business is to get them spending more in that initial purchase. AKA, how can we increase the AOV, average order value, of that initial sale? So we can look at the product price. Can you solve bigger problems to charge more? For example, when I first started side hustling, I was charging like $400 a project. That's not a very fast way for me to get to my financial freedom and to get out of my full-time job. But what I started thinking about was, okay, how can I solve bigger problems so I can actually charge more? So can you add more value into what you're doing to increase the price? Or are you currently undervaluing it anyway? Could you just be charging more? And how can you increase the perceived offer? How can you increase the value of what you're giving and the positioning of that offer so you can warrant charging more? So that's the first way. You can actually just figure out how to increase the core pricing of your offer. Now, the second way is with an upsell, right? So they come in for the core offer. Now, what can you bolt onto that? Now, if you're in courses, info products, e-commerce, that's usually pretty second nature, right? But what happens if you're in lead gen? What are other ways to upsell your clientele initially when they come in? And don't think of it as you're being scammy or trying to rip them off and get more money out of them. They've come to you for an initial solution, and if you're good at sales, you can ask more questions and figure out what other problems they have. If you're solving more problems, naturally, you should get paid more money. So with lever number 2, when it comes to getting them to spend more, you want to focus on how can you increase the price of your core offering. And 2, you want to think about what upsells, order bumps, those sorts of things that you can offer. And that is really all part of that convert phase of your funnel. Let's have a look again. So this is that sales journey. How do we turn those leads into paying customers? What's our sales choreography? And are we arming our sales team or our online salesperson, like our website and our funnel, with the tools that it needs to take these people on a journey, find out their problems, and actually match them up to more offerings to give them a more complete solution? And the third lever is getting them to buy more. So those are the 3 ways that you can make more money in your business. And this one is getting them to buy more. So we've got them to become a customer. We've increased the price as much as humanly possible. And now what we want to do is figure out that ascension on the back end, right? That ascend part of the funnel. Why is this important? Because most businesses aren't turning a big fat profit on the first initial purchase. That just gets you your first customer through the door. However, now that we've spent all of that hard work to generate the customer, a lot of businesses stop after they get that first purchase. And they're so obsessed with bringing in more leads and more customers, they don't want to focus on how can they make more with what they've already got. And what they've already got is customers. Now, it's really important to think about this phase because the more you can spend, because the more you make in the ascension phase for your customers, that increases your LTV, your lifetime value. And what does that mean? That means you can spend more to acquire a customer. And as Dan Kennedy says, those in business who can spend the most to acquire a customer will win. So when you're up on the top end of your marketing and you're like, oh, we can't spend $200. Well, if your lifetime value changes from $1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000. Well, all of a sudden, the amount that you can spend to acquire that customer changes as well. And you can spend more to bring them in, which means you can outcompete the competitors in your market. So when it comes to the ascension, we're thinking about what can they buy next? And we're not trying to rip them off or sell them stuff they don't need. It's just logically, okay, what's next? So if we look here at the Ascend, this is our customer journey. So the systems that you want to be thinking about is one, even just your onboarding, right? How can you reduce the post-purchase dissonance? Typically in that convert stage, that sales journey, they're getting really wooed and wine and dined by a salesperson, yeah? So there's going to be time where they hand over money and they sign the document until they onboard or they start to experience the product. How can you remove the friction and wow them in that dead time? Once you've thought about onboarding, think about the first 1 day, the 7 days, the 14, 21, 38, blah, 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 that whole customer journey, because just because they're a customer now doesn't mean you should stop thinking about them and trying to give them the best experience, just like you should be on the lead generation and the sales part of your funnel. Additionally, in this Ascend phase, you can be thinking about referral. How can you turn one client into 3? And a lot of businesses proudly say, a lot of businesses really proudly say, we grow from word of mouth or referral. And when you ask them, what is your strategy for referral or word of mouth? They just say, we don't have one. That's leaving money up to chance. And we don't want to do that. So how can you have a purposeful referral machine on the back end? And so this last lever to grow your business and make more money, getting them to spend more, Ascend. Thinking about how can we 2x, 3x, 5x or more their LTV, and thinking about what's that natural ascension they can have with your company. What else can you offer them? All right, there you have it, team. Those are the 3 ways to inject more money and grow your business. 1 is getting more customers. 2 is getting them to spend more at that initial sale. And 3 is getting them to buy again and again and again with your business and making the most out of what you've already got. If you want to learn a little bit more about this topic, I highly recommend you look into Jay Abraham, listen to any of his awesome podcasts or books that he has created. And team, as always, knowledge is power, but it is totally useless if you don't go and action something today. So let me know in the comments, what was the number 1 takeaway that you had? Or do you have any questions that you want me to clarify? I'm always in the comments helping people out. So until next time, team, thank you so much for dropping in to another training, and I'll see you on the next video.